Hello, my name is Aaron. I'm with WaterSpriteBlankets.com, and today we're going to do a spill test. So we're going to be comparing 3 competitor blankets with our original Water Sprite blanket. So let's just go ahead and dive in. So for our water test today, I'm going to be using 2 cups of water. As you can see, I have here 2 cups of water, and I'm going to go through the competitors, and let's just go one at a time. So over here on my left, I have the medical incontinence pad. This is kind of scratchy, has like a loud feel to it. It's not very comfortable, but this is the economy option. So if you need a low cost option, you can get yourself a medical incontinence pad. And this does have the waterproof protection. So let's go ahead and see how it does. Okay, you can see we've got some surface puddling. So let me just tap that in a little bit, see if it absorbs anything, spread it around a bit. Okay, and then let's do the tip test. Go ahead and tip it, see if anything runs off the edge. So as you can see, the medical incontinence pad does actually absorb pretty well. And if we flip it over to the back, it is dry. So the waterproof protection does work on that. Okay, so that is the medical pad. Now, here's one of our competitors. It has a very nice, kind of silky, soft, and then kind of a crushed velvety side, but it does sound like a tarp when you move it around, and it actually kind of feels like a tarp. So let's go ahead and do the spill test on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and refill my measuring cup up to 2 cups here. And oh, I'm spilling all over this one. It's getting an early spill test. Well, here's the other 2 cups. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the spill test on this one since I started. So you can see this one is a performance fleece. And let's go ahead and do the spill test on this one. Oh, here we go. Let's see, I'm gonna tap it in. Lots of puddles here. It's kind of flying off the blanket as I try to move it from side to side. But let's see how it does. Okay, so I rubbed it in. Let's see if any of that spills off. Oh, I lost the side. So you can see it's still pretty wet. There's a lot of moisture there, but I don't think it actually dripped. But if I push on it, I don't know if you can see that. If I push on it, it all just wells right back up to the surface. So this one is the performance fleece, which is similar to our blanket, but it does not have an absorption layer. So it will all sit on the surface of the fleece. The fleece will naturally absorb some of it, but without that absorption layer, it's all gonna just sit on the surface and it'll come right back up when you put pressure on it. Okay, now back to the middle after that slight interruption. And I have my last 2 cups here. So you can see 2 cups. And let's check this out. Oh, it's coming for me. Let's try to pat it in, see if we can get some absorption going on. As you can see, this one has 0 absorption whatsoever. This fabric just does not absorb it. It's completely running. And ooh, do you hear that sound? So if you like extra liquids dripping off, this one may be for you, but if you want to keep it contained within the blanket, it looks like so far we've got this performance fleece or the medical incontinence pad. But let's see how these compare to the original Water Sprite blanket. I want to make sure I'm not getting it all wet from their water. So folding that over. And here is our original Water Sprite blanket. As you can see, this comes in royal blue and black. You want to do the blue side up because that's where we have our absorption layer. Just like our sign says, we have the polar fleece layer at the top. This is in royal blue. And then we have an absorbent layer, a waterproof layer, and then we have our performance fleece. So the polar fleece is softer, it's got a larger nap. And this is the performance fleece, which is the same as this competitor. So let's see how the Water Sprite blanket does with a 2-cup water test. Let me go ahead and refill that. You can see there I've got 2 cups. And let's do the same thing. Just spread it out over the blanket the same way I did on the other ones. Give it a little bit of a tap and spread. And then let's do the drip test. So I don't see anything moving on this one. And the nice thing about the absorption layer is that when you push into it, it doesn't well back up to the top like the competitor blankets. And if you're actually laying on this or putting your body weight on it, it'll soak in even more. So that way when you're done, all you have to do is fold it up, throw it to the side, and you're good to continue the fun of life without worrying about messy cleanup. Thank you for joining me with this spill test. Again, my name is Aaron with WaterSpriteBlankets.com.